Realistically, if someone moved far away, I would just fall out of contact with them. I know. I sound like a heartless B word, but I'm not
I mean,
going to
that's
get on
a reality that happens with a lot of people. So being honest about it, I don't think is a negative.
I'm not going to get on a video call with you every Saturday and
No.
be like, "Hey,
I'm the same type of person.
I'm sorry. You moved. I didn't move."
And it means nothing personal, right? It's just not how brain works.
It's just not my jam.
Yeah.
And question 4. The unfortunate thing about question 4 is they didn't have an answer that was my data. I would run for my server.
Yeah.
100%. That is the only thing in my house that has, in fact, I wouldn't even bother with my phone. What do I need my phone for? I would run straight for the server and I would try and rip as many drives out of it as I can.
So what did you put for me?
For you, I put you've got it stored in an expensive protective case so you can just grab that. I kind of like...
It was a bit of a throwaway.
It was a bit of a throwaway because it was kind of like, oh, well, he's probably, got his data backed up and doesn't care about anything anyway.
Yeah, I had the exact same reaction to this. I almost clicked on the protective case one for the exact same reason that you did. The one that I selected was their smartwatch because it said, what's the point of being alive if they don't have the data to prove it? And I was like, the only thing he would save is the data. So it wasn't about the smartwatch.
Right.
I was just like, none of these things. There's no way he's going to grab his PS5. He wouldn't waste any amount of time doing that, so that's dumb.
I don't even have one.
I know he doesn't have anything stored in an expensive protective case, so I thought about, like, maybe that's enough of a whatever, but I didn't bother. And then, like, nothing, I'm like, well, he's not going to grab nothing either.
Yeah.
So, I just went with that thing.
So, in conclusion...
I did take the quiz again.
Oops. Yep.
I put in different information. I got something else.
In conclusion, oh, did you? Okay.
Yes.
The stream is brought to you by Anchor. Give the gift of Anchor Power Products. Just because it didn't get the recommendation right for us doesn't mean they don't have lots of good products. So go check it out. Try the quiz and all that good stuff. Okay, Jake
I've actually done it twice now, too.
Jake is going to flip if we don't eventually show the pictures.
Yes.
We've got pictures of the lab. This is going to be pretty freaking cool. Don't worry, Jake. I wasn't ignoring you. We were going to get to it. I know you're petty like that. Maybe I'll delete the photos. You wouldn't. So, guys, the reno of the lab is almost done because we were keeping it pretty simple. Keeping it pretty simple here. So we've got some fresh paint on the walls. We've got some fresh access control going on. We've got fresh security cameras in there. Got that Ubiquity goodness. What else we got going on here? Oh, I think this is more of the this is probably PoE for the access control, I'm guessing.
Fully insulated and sound dampened.
It's sound. Oh, yeah. We'll show that. We're just in the front entryway, Callanan. We haven't gotten that far yet. The floors, I think we decided... Are we changing the carpet downstairs?
No,
We're just leaving it?
We're just redoing the stairway.
Just the stairwell. Yeah, the stairwell carpet is shockingly ugly. Yeah, so this room no longer looks so oppressive anymore, which is nice. Fortunately, whoever was in here before actually did a lot of power and networking stuff that we just now don't have to do.
That's what I said.
Oh, Jake says that's the fiber run.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. Yeah,
okay.
I said that earlier. I said, yeah.
So this is where the fiber terminates. Oh, this is where the demarc is. Okay, so we got fiber into the building. This is where it was run to, so we would have had to have our networking equipment just sitting right in the front entryway, which would have been really stupid. So Jake and the boys, what is this? Did you guys just... you didn't splice it or anything, right? It's just like a coupler. I think they just coupled it, and then they ran it over somewhere else. We'll see that in a little bit. So it kind of runs above us. In fact, I think it runs along this cable management line right here. So they painted, I believe the ceiling might have been already black in here, but they painted the walls, so it looks a lot nicer in here. And then out in the warehouse, in what will actually be the lab, we painted, so looks a lot nicer in terms of like colors. You guys won't see this part above, but what you will do is you will hear it.
Yeah.
We used the same like cellulose spray or something very similar to what we did, what we coated our existing studio with. And man, does it ever make a difference. Even without any of the equipment in there, you can actually carry on a conversation now instead of it just being like a ridiculous amount of reverb to the point where you can barely understand your own voice. Here's this from the alternate
pretty bad.
angle. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really bad.
I like the orange accent, by the way.
Yeah, right?
Even though it's just like a little splash, I think it's good.
Yeah, I just want it to have a little bit of LTT, you know?
Yeah, that's good.
Yvonne did the actual color scheme. I was like, hey, I just want like a little bit of orange and kind of grays and dark colors kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she made it happen.
That's good stuff.
So yeah, it looks awesome. Goes all the way over here, over by the door. Okay, yeah, there you go. Let's see if we're heading upstairs. Yeah, there you go. So the paint upstairs makes this part look a lot nicer as well. One of the things I noticed when I was up in this room today is that the HVAC is crazy loud in this room. So if we were going to have any hopes of doing anything acoustic related inside the office space, I think we might just need to give up on that. It's super loud. Part of the problem, though, might be that they've got it running full tilt right now because part of the curing process for that insulating and acoustic spray is that it off-gasses a lot of crap. So you want it just pumping everything out of there.
Yeah.
What you want ideally is you want to do it in the summer. You want to open up your bay door and you want just hot air
Big fans,
circulating. Yeah.
pumping.
Jake says the furnace is like right there. The HVAC probably going to have to be boxed. Yeah, we'll figure all that stuff out though. Give us time. Here's our sick networking closet. By the way, great job of the cable management, Jake. It looks gorgeous. I actually don't think he did most of it. I think most of it was one of our new guys who is still on probation. So, yeah, I shouldn't give maybe Jake too much credit for the nitty-gritty details.
There's some comments in the chat that little balcony thing with the little hobbit door below it should have a fire pole.
So the problem with that idea, I mean, aside from it being stupid, is that it's stupid. Okay, what else do I need? No.
There's like insurance problems.
Yeah, it's really not going to be a thing. It's not going to be a thing. Jake says, I've replaced the cables with small patch cables. By the way, Jake, I saw the green patch cables that you got for the pink rack. I'm not sure if I was supposed to see those yet, but I saw the box of them and I'm extremely excited. So we're going to have the like the mesh front door, the pink mesh front door, and then there's going to be just like green patch cables behind it. It's going to be freaking awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm super excited. What else we got for topics today? Is there really anything else to talk about? The Matrix gets an Unreal Engine 5 experience on consoles. So Epic surprised everyone with a showcase of UE5 called The Matrix Awakened during the Game Awards.
Digital Foundry is very impressed, which is a good sign.
Yep. So, I mean, just to be clear, it's not a game, it's a tech demo, but there is a little bit of gameplay, a little bit of exploration. And it's the most Unreal Engine 5 that anyone's been able to actually try. So it's sort of a showcase, kind of like that Rock Lumen demo thing from May of last year. But it looks pretty freaking incredible. Yeah, looks pretty amazing. I don't know if I'm allowed to show it. Am I gonna get? Is this stupid video gonna get claimed if I try to show?
Oh, it
the
definitely
thing?
might. Yeah, maybe just go look it up yourself.
Yeah, go look it up yourself. Super cool though. Yeah. We're just not gonna do it. And what else we got here today? Lab renovation.
Ubisoft NFT thing?
Oh, do we really have to talk about it?
No.
No, let's do it. Hit me.
The trailer for Ubisoft's NFT cosmetic system Quartz got so many dislikes it was unlisted. The trailer went up on December 7th, and the first supposed game will be Ghost Recon Breakpoint. It was later delisted, the video that is, but the link is still around. Because, I mean, it's unlisted, so as long as you have the link, you can find it. They're the first major publisher to go live with an NFT system. Basically, every cosmetic is a unique digit with a serial number attached to it, which is engraved on the cosmetic item. There will be limited edition Quartz cosmetics. There's metadata belonging to each cosmetic, which will have the previous owner history. You can obtain your favorite streamers' used cosmetics at exorbitant prices. Nice. just in case underpants were out of fashion. The
Gamer
beta,
water.
The beta for Quartz has already started in select countries, and you can check it out at, if you want, at quartz.ubisoft.com. Full rollout starts in 2022.
And the announcement was super popular. You can see that it's got... Oh, actually, you can't see anything of the sort because our window is in front of it. One moment, please. Nope, you still can't. I
Scroll
can do
down.
this. Boop. Oh, lordy. It got 228,000 views, okay? And 1,500 thumbs up. Wow! That must be a really, really popular announcement that they made, and it's so useful that we don't have a way to express our displeasure in a way that brands actually suffer for. Except we kind of still do. So if you get the Return YouTube Dislike Chrome extension, boop 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 boop. I'm not going to turn on sync. You can actually, I believe it still works until like 2 days from now. No, it doesn't seem to be. Oh yeah, there we go. The bar's here. 39,000 dislikes. Woo! So this is the big problem. Is that when YouTube removed the dislike button, and it's going to happen. So I think December 12th is the drop dead date for removing API access to dislikes. Is that
something like that? Yeah,
I think it's something
coming
like
up
that.
quick.
It's coming up real quick. When that happens, these kinds of extensions and these kinds of workarounds are going to go away. They will not work anymore, and you will have no way of knowing, looking at this video, how nearly universally unpopular this move is. And this, I don't want to belabor the point, but I think this is such a perfect example of the kind of stuff that is going to be so much easier to get away with, and that seems to indicate YouTube's at least secondary motive for making this move, because in a big surprise move, YouTube is bringing back a rewind replacement of sorts. It's not going to be called
A
Rewind
live stream, right?
because I think they would be crazy to call something Rewind at this point. But I can tell you right now, it sounds honestly kind of cringe.
Of course it does.
So here's how it's going to work. It's a live interactive stream on December the 16th.
Nice. So
Conveniently-
there's going to be a live chat.
4 days after the dislike button goes away.
Good.
Totally a coincidence, Luke. And using the live chat, users will participate in challenges based on trends from this year, get involved in real-time experience, and answer trivia questions. When viewers complete all the challenges, they'll be able to watch a musical performance from a mystery guest.
That reward is
Is that the most
not
try-hard
cool.
that you have heard all year?
If the thing that I'm trying to think about is like if Steam did a thing where they were like, okay, we're gonna have an event. There's a bunch of challenge things you can do, and if you do them, some cool thing will happen, but you don't know what it is. I might partake. But because it's YouTube, I hate it.
But it's not even
and I don't know how fair that is.
It just is probably going to be awful.
Oh, yeah.
They've got some good guests. Apparently, BTS is going to be on there. So, surprise.
That's who I assumed
musical
the
guest.
reward was going to be.
And many popular YouTubers will appear, including Mark Rober. So, that's cool.
Nice.
But I just do not foresee any possible way that this will be anything other than cringe.
It's called Escape 2021?
Yeah, something like that. So basically my point is this really throws YouTube's intentions into question, just with this very suspicious timing.
Yeah.
I know that they were working on this for quite some time, but this just really does not look like an accident. And then that Ubisoft thing is an example of public pressure which is one of the only ways that we can affect any kind of change in our corporate overlords. Public pressure caused Ubisoft to at least be ashamed enough of this concept for now to pull the video to unlisted. And this is the end of it. In 2 days, you will no longer have any ability to push back. All they'll have to do is disable comments or moderate the comments, which is more likely. And people coming along this, let's say
also
impressionable young people who don't sort of fundamentally understand how stupid and potentially exploitative this concept is,
Oh yeah.
will have no idea how horrible it is. Like, more transparency is always better. And you should always be outraged when transparency is being pulled away from you.
There's also creators that will just, I don't even know what it's called, favorite or whatever. It shows the creator's circle thing in a heart
Yeah.
and it puts it at the top. There's creators that will just like bomb their own videos with those. They'll just heart like every single positive or neutral comment. And there's
Right.
so many of them that it takes forever to scroll through it.
Yeah.
You'll never really find the negative ones. Whew.
So, yeah, I'm really frustrated. There's another issue. Ryan77627 says, hey, not exactly. The extension will switch to cached/estimated versions of dislikes once the API is fully deprecated. It will not be as accurate, but it will certainly give a number.
There's a lot of videos
Yeah.
that launch on YouTube every day, and a big part of the problem is product launches from companies,
Yeah.
which that won't matter for. I brought that up last week. I think that is very cool, and honestly, in a lot of ways, I think that is very important, and there's ways that you can contribute and help those programs. So if you want to, go do it. But it is extremely far from solving the problem.
Jake, I actually was not following this. Apparently, there was a 0 day that originated from Minecraft servers
Yeah.
that caused a huge poo storm. Do
I
you have
don't-
any more details on this?
No, I don't actually. I heard people talking about it during the show. Yeah, I'm seeing articles from like 6 hours ago. I wouldn't have heard about this.
Got it. Cassie
Unfortunately.
says, I wonder when Linus is going to release his book. I have made basically zero progress on it. I haven't touched it since the last time we talked about it, which was, I think, when Wanshow was in office pre-lockdown. So that should give you some idea. I mean, realistically, I don't think my book would be worth reading until I've bowed out of the industry and I'm ready to just go tell all on it. So
Yeah.
probably not anytime soon. Wow. I don't know about you, but I have not been on the ball on the incoming merch messages.
Oh, I've done some of them, but I keep forgetting.
Yeah. So how soon will it be where we can just click show even after the thing expires and it can just show it?
But that doesn't really work because
Oh.
right now it shows it without a message when it expires.
Oh. What if we just showed it again?
I mean,
Because that would be a lot better than having to like directly address bananas for the boys from Ryan M. here.
bananas for the boys. What do you mean? You don't want to address that? Come on.
Not really.
Come on.
Not really. All right. Is there anything else to talk about other than
I'm sure Conrad could find a way to make that work.
Ubisoft crap? I guess that's it.
I don't know.
All
Not
right,
really.
cool. Let's do some merch messages.
Yeah.
For those of you who are leaving super chats, you guys are doing it wrong. Merch messages are the way to send paid messages to the show because that way, at least if we don't get to your message, you still get your order. Hey, there's no way for us to lose. Also,
And it functions.
super chats are broken and you know, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus cuz they're really trying to help, but the workaround that I was offered for it was you know, okay, what's the saying when the cure is worse than the disease?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah.
I just really don't think it made a ton of sense. So super chats, unless I happen to remember to click the viewer activity tab right at the beginning of the show, are still broken for me. So what you really need to do is send a merch message. You go to lttstore.com, check out some cool stuff. We got toques, we got water bottles, we got Northern Lights desk pads, we've got hoodies, we've got t-shirts. We've got the party shirt. We've got all kinds of good stuff over there. And then in the checkout, you can leave a little message and it'll pop up on the show, assuming that Luke and I managed to actually see the thing.
There is another thing to talk about, by the way.
Oh, what is it?
The Game Awards. We talked about the awards. We didn't talk about the announcements.
Oh, okay.
There's a
anyone-
few. Telltale is back. They're making a video
What?
game adaptation of the Amazon original TV series The Expanse.
Never watched it and probably won't play it.
Nice.
But I did like Wolf Among Us, even though it got kind of samey and clearly they were not focused on it towards the
towards the end.
the middle.
Uh,
yeah.
I've always had problems with this name, but Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. A lot of people are really hyped about that. And Alan Wake 2 both got announced. People are really hyped about those.
Sure.
The Matrix Awakened, we actually mentioned that earlier, so we'll just get past it. In an effort to get a bigger slice of the Battle Royale pie that it helped bake, PUBG is going free to play. Actually kind of
Ooh.
interesting.
Interesting.
Um,
There's going to be some noobs to headshot.
yeah.
Are you going to play?
I have never thought that game was cool solo. So if other people want to play, I'm down.
Right.
That's
fair
pretty
enough.
much it. Wonder Woman game coming out, being made by Monolith, which, as other people have pointed out, I think is a very good pairing.
Yeah.
I think that makes a lot of sense. I
Yeah.
think they'll do a really good job with it.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Pretty excited about that. Among Us VR. Could be cool.
Sure.
Paramount Plus is making a Halo TV series that apparently looks like very high budget. So that could be cool or terrible. We'll see. Probably cool. I would wager cool. And then there's Star Wars Eclipse, which looks really cinematic. The trailer that they put out looks really cool.
I mean, you saw my tweet earlier this week, I'm sure.
Did I? I don't know.
Oh, it was very funny. I said I want to fire the Star Wars sequels out of a cannon.
I did. Yes.
Get
that was
it?
good.
Get
that
it?
was good.
So
That
many
was
people
good.
didn't get it. Like I had people correcting my spelling,
Oh.
and I was like, I spelled it with two N's, but not together. CANON.
Yeah.
I was about to say one N, but there's two in
Yeah.
canon.
There's one at the end.
Oh man.
So part of the problem behind this is not just that Star Wars has been a very up and down thing for a long time, mostly down. It's also that it's made by the French studio that's behind Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human. It's listed in the doc as a minor controversy. I don't know how minor it is. I think it's more on the major side of things. But they were on the cancel train a couple years ago.
Right.
And as far as I know, it's kind of still the same crew.
Right.
And now they're making a Star Wars game, which is actually kind of interesting because usually Disney is very, they kind of try to keep their hands clean in regards to controversy stuff when they work with other companies. They've had a lot of controversy.
Yeah, I was gonna
There's
say.
a lot of evil there.
Boy, are they ever bad at it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But usually when they try to work with other companies, they're like, no, you have to be squeaky clean.
Right.
So
Oh, one moment, please.
you got to go.
Sorry, what's that? Oh,
I'll drive you home.
give me 15. Okay. Bye. My wife is leaving without me.
I can drive you home.
No, that's okay. I'll just Uber.
Okay. Whatever you want.
It's fine.
Um,
It's completely the opposite direction. Doesn't make sense. All right, let's do some.
Anyways, they said some. I don't know all the details behind it because I heard about this literally today. But apparently in the past they said some like homophobic stuff and stuff. If you're interested, you can look into it. Their name is Quantic Dream. That's the developers behind Star Wars Eclipse.
Got it. All right.
Super chats.
Yeah, I mean, think you mean merch messages.
Merged messages.
All right.
Super messages.
Justice says, howdy from Ladner. What would be the best way to contact you in regards to maybe touring the neat building I work in? You're going to want to try the just the publicly listed email. It does get monitored, not by me, but it does. Peter H asks, wife swap style LTT host swap series when? Also, more gift cards for the LTT backpack and screwdriver when they launch. Peter's
that even
buying gift
work?
cards. I have no idea. We were talking about wife swap on the pre-show, where I was joking that such a thing, probably exists, and it turns out not only does it exist, it ran for like 7 seasons, and there were like
Spin-offs and
there's similar clone shows and
Yeah.
in different regions and stuff like that. Max asked, when is Luke going to host TechLinked? Yeah, you should totally host TechLinked. You should ask Riley for a chance to host TechLinked.
sure.
Outfrost. LTT is expanding a lot. Would you consider reviewing mice, like build quality, or more home server stuff, like HBAs and NICs, like stability of aftermarket ones. Also would love to see Linux compatibility on more reviews. I think Linux compatibility in particular is something that we would like to expand our testing to include.
The one issue with that is that it goes up and down, right?
That's fair, but
If it's in a fully working state at one point, it probably won't be that far from it in the future.
I
So,
think-
yeah.
that's at least reasonable to, think. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of this one. Nicholas says, not an expert here. Should a reasonably nerdy person calibrate their monitors and TVs, or is it only for content creation? Frankly, if all I'm doing is consuming, then all that matters is how it looks to me. Personally, I like to run my displays in like a color accurate mode, but I do not actually prefer a warm color temperature, which tends to be the most color accurate way of displaying it. So I tend to go for like a calibrated or a neutral type profile and then a neutral color temperature rather than a warmer color temperature. And that's my personal preference, and it is totally up to you what your personal preference is for consumption. But when it comes to creation, obviously it's important that it's all created to a calibrated standard so that when everybody else has their own preferences, they're not stacking their preferences on top of your preferences, causing all kinds of problems. Andrew asks, T-powered gaming PC when? We really do need to do that. It is on the list. I'd love to build something for the Spiffing Brit. Enjoy your new mouse pad, Andrew. Ignition Knight. If I accidentally played Overcooked with my wife, do you think if we play It Takes Two, it can save the marriage? I mean, yes. Yes! It's the character, the super annoying book character.
Yeah.
Jake says for your TV, just use the Artings guide.
For an LTT themed blanket, they are thinking about it.
Oh, yeah. Yep, we're definitely thinking about it. Sebastian, just finished my fall semester in electrical engineering. Your videos were the only reason I pursued the field. 3 more semesters to go. Hey, keep up the good work, Sebastian. Love it. Christopher, thanks for the quality content. Just built my first PC at 20. Will be using it for my coffee roasting business. Control-Alt-Delete coffee roasters. Hey, very nice. Enjoy. Eli, are you guys going to talk about the Log4j2 RCE exploit?
Yeah, that like.
Is that the Minecraft thing?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, we don't know enough about it.
A
at
little
the
bit too
moment.
tight to the show. Yeah.
Yep. I was doing some stuff today. Definitely doing some stuff. We finally got a smoke machine. We ran into the weirdest edge case, man. We had a mesh version and a solid front panel version of the same case. And we loaded up the mesh version with like extra Noctua fans, and the GPU temps were actually nearly identical to the solid front panel version with just like one stock fan in it.
Weird.
Yeah, so it turns out that there's a lot more to optimized case airflow than just making sure your case is meshy.
Making sure it has a lot of holes.
It's going to be a good video. So we got a smoke machine to kind of demonstrate what was happening in this case so that we can
That's cool.
talk through that.
Nice.
So that'll be fun. Tamas, I'd love if LTD would cover more augmented reality news and products. Hey, for sure, bud. Unfortunately, you and dozens of other people, all dozens, the content does not perform well. I'll say this, there's a really cool HoloLens segment in the videos that I was working on overseas.
Oh.
I think I'm allowed to say it was with Intel at this point.
Oh.
Well, it's a whole thing where there was going to be another event, and I wasn't really supposed to talk about that I was there until after the other event was announced, but then Israel closed their borders like immediately after I left. So the other event is actually canceled.
Not happening.
So, so I think it doesn't matter anymore. Anyway, those videos are coming soon. Joshua asks, do you have any plans for express shipping on LTT stores? Right now, it takes almost a month for orders to ship to India. You would be horrified to see how much it would cost for express shipping. We are far better off focusing on getting our volumes up as high as we can with the shipping provider that we have so that our rates can be as good as they can be. Yes, it's going to take time sometimes. We're sorry. but that's the way that it's going to be for now.
Unless
I
you want to
think.
like buy a plane ticket for your shirt.
Johannes asked basically the same question. Robert, Christmas bonus time. Make sure the LTT backpack has a thick pad of foam on the bottom. I wouldn't describe it as super thick, but what it is it's constructed in such a way that it actually kind of tapers at the bottom of the pocket. So that helps to keep it from falling down so fast. Neat, right? Let's do that. Simon, how has LTT prepared the office for earthquakes and other potential natural disasters? So because we do live in an earthquake zone, we have pretty stringent earthquake proofness requirements in our building code. Other than that, we haven't really done anything else other than just do what we're supposed to be doing, which is like, bolt down shelves and stuff.
A lot of it's just baked into the building code.
Yep. Wise. I'm planning to make an Unraid VR/VM/NAS setup. Should I go Intel or AMD? Which is going to give me the fewest issues? I might go Thunderbolt for I/O. Might even mine while the GPU is idle. I know I need a motherboard with good IOMU. Man, that is an extremely sketchy configuration. The odds of having that working, like daily driver, perfect, pretty slim. If you can find someone else who has built basically exactly the same thing and has it working perfectly and you can just clone their config, great. But your chances, they suck. They suck big time.
Kenneth is saying that apparently when they remove the dislike button, they're also increasing ads on the site, which I find pretty interesting. I didn't know that part.
Oh, really?
And also he's saying if you guys are hiring accountants in a couple years, when I'm done with my degree, we probably will be. We need accountant applicants now, actually.
Yeah, now is the time we need accountant applicants.
Yeah.
I mean, in a couple of years, feel free to reach out. Maybe we won't have found anyone yet, but we'll see.
We need, apply now. Do it.
Yeah.
Go.
Raphael says, work for a PC retailer assembling pre-builts. The past week has been an actual nightmare, with at least 50 Asus Prime motherboards just dying for no apparent reason, which now have to be returned after we already built most of them. Oh, rough week. But you treated yourself to a neon hard drive t-shirt and an insulated water bottle. Hope you enjoy it.
Nice.
Phil, hey guys, love you both equally. The purchase is a gift for a friend. Mystery water bottle and Northern Lights desk pad. Love it.
Nice.
His name is Race, after Race Bannon. Wow, from Johnny Quest. His
Whoa.
name is Race. Wow.
Whoa.
Race Bannon. I love it. All right, cool. Braden says OLED. F***ing awesome. Burn-in. Not f***ing awesome. MicroLED. Perfect middle ground for a PC? Question mark. All right. Here's the problem with MicroLED. Just because an LED is not organic doesn't mean that it won't eventually burn out. In fact, that characteristic, I think I kind of bought into the narrative of, they fade because they're organic. Well, that's a reason that they fade, but LEDs can fade for lots of different reasons, and normal LEDs can also fade. So, what I heard back when I was considering the wall from an installer is that it is extremely common for the panels to fade unevenly, which is essentially burn-in, and extremely common for the cabinets to fail. So I was looking at this very expensive, like, what was it, like a $250,000 TV or whatever it was.
It's going to be huge.
Knowing that I was going to have, 16 cabinets or something like that, and that the odds, by the time you have 16 of them installed, of one of them failing in a relatively short period of time was, very good. I just kind of was sitting there going, no, I don't think this makes any sense. Now, that's not to say that micro LED won't get better. It very likely will. But if I was going to be excited about anything, it would probably be what James's video, which is coming probably sometime in the next week or two, is about. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say what it is yet. I think there might be some embargoes involved. But man,
Pretty cool.
pretty cool. If you want some hints as to what the future of TVs might be, you can go watch the The video that James also wrote, Future of TVs, I think is what it was called. The Future of TVs is Not What You Think was a video we released about a year ago that James wrote that should give you some idea of some of the really cool stuff that is coming down the pipe over the next few years.
Thank you, John G.
Chosen 477. I'm finally able to buy your merch. I was expecting free shipping inside Canada, though. Yeah, so same thing. We basically have one big bucket that everyone who orders pays into, and then we use that to pay our shipping provider. And we actually lose about 10% on it. So we're not like gouging. We're just trying to make the merch accessible to everyone, and that's not the best for the people for whom the shipping might have been cheaper. But
Hooray.
Canadian socialism or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the S in store is for.
No, it's for store. It's LTT store. It's not just S.
Nah, the whole thing's an acronym. Yeah, moving on, I guess. The 2005 water cooling video reminded me that the first time I saw Linus, he was doing maintenance on a custom loop with what I say. Oh, yep. The Silverstone TJ11.
Nice.
It's been a minute.
Good old Silverstone TJ11. Man, Silverstone. They have had some good shiz over the years. TJ11. Man, was that back when, what's their face? Maximum PC used to do their like Dream PC builds and all that good stuff?
Those were so cool.
TJ11. I love that Silverstone archives all their cases on their site. Why doesn't every manufacturer do that? Why do they just remove all reference to their old products as though they never existed?
It's kind of weird.
Like, there was a creator who was trying to create like a digital museum of Apple's marketing over the years, because they will just expunge it when they're done with it. And he was like, but this is sort of really important, historical
design and stuff.
Yeah,
there's a lot that goes into marketing.
There's a lot that goes into it. And he was like, this is historically really important. And so he had it all archived somewhere, and they were basically like, cease and desist. You may not display this. This is our copyrighted material. And they're not wrong. It's just lame. But I mean, I guess
annoying.
they can't put it all in a table book for $250 if it's freely available on the internet, right?
Fair.
I mean, but that's the irony, right? Is that they did it anyway, and people bought the book anyway, so clearly it didn't matter. Apparently the TJ11 is still on sale. Are you serious?
I was going to kind of ask, like, has Silverstone done a lot lately?
Yeah.
I know they really pushed to increase SKU counts. I'm sure they're still doing that, but like,
Believe it or not, Silverstone has a case coming that we have a video coming about that is flipping amazing.
cool.
You know what? Why don't you do a couple more merch messages? I'll go grab it. I think
Okay.
it's right over there.
Sweet. Thoughts on the Flow X13?
Oh, well, that's a question for me.
I know.
The Flow X13, I'm surprised you didn't love it. The one issue I have with it is it kind of feels like the display is either, I don't know, it's like low contrast, or it has readability issues from a distance. That's the only issue I had with it. The battery life is just awesome for something with a dedicated GPU in it. The performance is great. I used it on my trip to Tel Aviv, and I thought it was awesome gaming with it on the go. Yeah, I still love it. I've got two. Oh no, the Silverstone machine has been moved. They cleaned the set. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for it elsewhere. All right, BRB.
All right. Dennis says, watching your content since 2015 and still loving it. Convinced my friend to buy some sweet merch with me, so take some of our first income. Nice. Heck yeah. I appreciate, well, not me, but we appreciate your first income. Steam Link finally died. That actually sucks. Those were pretty cool. Is a $200 Shield Pro really the best alternative right now for couch PC streaming? Left my old water bottle on the bus, so finally getting a replacement. I think a lot of that depends on how far away the computer is, how realistic it is to run cables through walls, things like that. I don't think I'm up on streaming to the TV technology right now. I know Shields have done it very well in the past, but if you could do it with a wire, it's pretty good. how much are 20-ounce in real units? Google's really, really good at that. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be sassy. I have no idea, and Google for sure knows. And Google actually has, I don't know if you guys know this, it has built-in calculator things for equations like that. So it will do it for sure and well. Good to see. Desk pad measurements are in metric. It has both, actually. Could we, well, okay. I think the desk pad measurements might be in metric. I think you're right. The desk pad configurator, which is not out yet, has both. Could we get another Terran macro guide, but this time for Linus?
No, I don't. I'll be honest with you. I don't really use macros. I don't video edit, so that's the thing.
Yeah. The reason why I tilted my head, I was like, why?
Yeah,
what would you even use it for?
I have a confession. Back in my younger days, I had macros for some of my most commonly used passwords. Like, I'm talking back like OG G15 days.
Oh, man.
Because password managers like we have them now weren't a thing.
Did you have one set up for your Windows password?
No.
Okay.
I think the Logitech driver didn't load pre-login or whatever back then.
Not that you couldn't just extremely easily bypass Windows passwords back then.
Yeah,
but
so whatever.
Whatever.
Alex says, my Steam Link finally died. Is a $200 Shield Pro really the best alternative right now for couch PC streaming? Yeah, kind of. And it does a lot of other stuff well as well.
I said
it's really good.
Try to run a cable if you can.
Oh, have you gone through these but not archived them?
All of them except for that one. Oh, no.
And this one.
I pressed that.
What LTT shirt does Luke have on? I want it. That's Elemental, baby.
Yeah.
That was our biggest product flop ever.
Yeah.
But then we turned it into a success by selling it for cheap. And get this, we're bringing it back for a third time. We're ready to flop even harder than before.
Why?
Because
aren't you guys having a hard time getting shirts in general? Why wouldn't you use it for different shirts?
we can get black ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we can get enough black ones that we can do another Elemental. So basically the way Elemental seems to kind of work now is we take the two top selling designs from the last failure, or like the least worst ones. We continue those. We do two more, and then rinse and repeat. So that's what we're doing again. We're taking the two best of the worst from last time, and then Lloyd has done up two more new colors. So there are now a total of 8 Elemental designs over 3 generations once the new ones launch, and they too can be yours for, I don't know, you could buy them for full price, but
or just wait.
If you hold out, we just might discount them. Sorry, I had something stuck in my eye there. Like, it's such a stupid product because we don't make any money on it, but it seems to actually generate a shocking amount of hype, and there are people who actually do like it, so that's cool.
I think they're fine. I don't think they're necessarily as cool as some of the other options, which is why I think they might not sell that well. I don't think it's a bad shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I just think there's a lot of other, like, potentially cooler ones.
And you see, we are going to be getting more WAN hoodies as soon as we can. As soon as we can. I don't want to promise anything because worldwide logistics is so screwed up right now that if I promised something, I'm basically setting myself up to be a big liar.
Thanks, Tomic.
This purchase is sponsored by my birthday. Oh,
It's gone.
okay. Hey, Linus and Luke, picking up a new lanyard for my badge as I just started a new IT job a month ago. I've been watching since 2012 and knew nothing about tech beforehand. Now I'm starting a career. Heck yeah, Brian.
Cool.
David W. Hi from the UK. Been watching since the house. Just turned 18 a few weeks back. Are there plans for a Wi-Fi mesh comparison video? I would love to do it, but we don't really have a suitable test platform for it right now. What we need is a relatively RF clean environment so that we can isolate our variables, and it's just not something that we have available to us at the moment.
Kind of need both because you want to test it out in a messy environment too. Anyways, yeah, I'm sure you're aware.
Greetings from Serbia. Been with you since the beloved kitchen, and that one disappeared.
No, it's just down one.
Christopher says, love the new party shirt. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, never mind. We'll show that one. Really appreciate your work. Keep it up. Hey, heck yeah. Yeah, I really wish a lot of these we had just pushed to the thing. That's okay. Here's something for the Linux challenge. Stupid Stuff Windows Does Edition. Step 1, use the Xbox app to install a few games to a secondary drive. Step 2, do a fresh install. Step 3, enjoy inaccessible, undeletable folders. I believe you. Man, I had to get the new Minecraft launcher for my kids. and it was a mess. Like the one in the Xbox store or whatever, just total mess. The old Java Edition launcher was just perfect for both Minecraft and Dungeons. It was fine.
I haven't tried it, but I have heard if you get Halo through Steam, you get the cross-platform play thing, so you can play it on Xbox, but your save doesn't transfer. It only transfers if you bought it through the Windows Store, which is just like, why?
Okay.
It's not even like that big of a deal, because I don't know that many people that are going to play a single-player game on both.
Mm-hmm.
But like, some people will.
Alex F. slowly replacing all my underwear with LTT. Heck yeah.
Nice.
Thanks, thumbs up. Does this banner support emoji? Well, we didn't push yours to the banner, so I guess we don't know still.
I think so because anyways.
Okay, Dagan says, been watching since 2017. Love the content merch. Keep it up. Hey, thanks, Dagan. Verla, hey, you're welcome. Glad your boyfriend will enjoy it. Hey, we got a couple of these ones, and we got two more. After Anthony's latest MacBook Pro M1 Max review, for creative purposes, would you still prefer MacBook, seeing that it falls short of the 3060 mobile in all tests except video editing? Really, the answer is, what software are you running? Because if the software that you're running needs a Mac, then buy a Mac. And if it doesn't, then don't buy a Mac.
That was like when my mom was working on movies and TV shows and stuff.
Yep.
A lot of sets kind of required iOS devices because they used things like AirDrop or
For
whatever
sure.
else.
Yep, I can see that.
And there was like a mild debate starting about like whether or not she should get an iOS device. She's never
Right.
used one before. And the conclusion, which we probably should have gotten to a little bit faster, but we did get to, was like, it doesn't matter. She
Yeah.
has to get one. So like,
Yep.
let's just get it and then try to learn it. And luckily she adapted to it really fast and everything was fine. But yeah.
Alexis, I want to buy your water bottle, but it's metal, and that usually makes my water taste metallic. Does that happen with your bottles? So they end up with a bit of like manufacturing stank taste for, I'd say, probably somewhere between the first 5 and 15 washes. Like, I'm pretty sensitive to it, so I'll take a new bottle and I'll just sit and I will wash it like 5 or 10 times. But after that, no, I do not detect any metallic taste. And if you go on the site, we do not censor our reviews. I hate it when companies do this. Every review, aside from ones that are spam, every review stays on the site. So if you go through the 471 reviews, I actually remember reading one that mentioned metallic tastes like yesterday or today or something like that. But you can see we actually get so many reviews on the site that all of these are from today, these 5. If we go on to the next page, all of these are from today.
Yeah, we remove ones that are clearly spam or are clearly inappropriate. There's ones that have had like lots of wording in it that is like not appropriate for a tech review. So that's a thing. Had nothing to do with like the actual product, etc. Those are the only things that would be removed.
Oh, you know what? I think the review I saw was on the mystery bottle. Mystery bottle. This
By
one
the
doesn't
way-
have as many reviews either because, well, it's got a lot.
Jake is holding the case hostage.
Does he have it?
He has it.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't find it. Where is it?
I think he hid it from you.
Oh. Speaking of which, Jake is coming over for gaming tonight. Do you want to come too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So why don't we just
That
all head to
sounds
my house
sweet.
after?
Yeah, nice.
Okay, here it is from Evan Jensen. Perfect. Doesn't have metallic aftertaste. Boom. You heard it
Boom.
from Evan first. My biggest gripe with reusable water bottles is that most give the water a metallic taste. These do not have that problem. Hey! There you go.
Yay.
Confirmed. And we've apparently got some gaming to do now, so we will see you all later. Thanks, Hi B, with this shirt. I will always wear it with Linus and Luke in my heat-sinking heart. Thank you. Weird comment. Love it. We'll see you again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Bye.
What a weird message. I love it. Whoa. Hold on, there might be one super chat I gotta do. Okay, hold on. There's one super chat I gotta do. Rusty Trampoline says, Linus, would house delays and rumors of an LG 97-inch 4K OLED in 2022 cause you to rethink your home theater choices? 97-inch OLED?
It's pretty big.
That's pretty big.
That's pretty big.
I think I want to go projector, though. I think we've got light control in the room now. I think we're going 130-inch projector. And Rob from AV Rant was like, you got to go JVC. But then there's also an Epson that we want to check out as well. So that's, I think, what the contenders are at the moment.
Cool.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.